Hey guys, RebelJ here, welcome to a brand new video. Today we are playing Total War Thrones of Britannia and we are recreating the most famous battle in British medieval history, the Battle of Hastings. Today I am going to be playing as King Harold Godwinson. I'm going to be playing as the defending English forces and we are going to be facing off against the invading Norman forces of William the Conqueror. So we're going to see today if I can rewrite history and reclaim victory for the English and keep England Saxon. Before we begin, I would just really like to say, if you do enjoy the video, please consider giving it a like and please consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I would really appreciate it and it would really help me out. But before we begin, I'm just going to give a brief explanation about how I've set up the battle and how I've tried to recreate it. If you did just want to skip ahead to the battle, skip straight to the action, I'll put a timestamp in the description so you can just click that and go straight ahead to the actual battle itself. But before I get to that, I'm just going to quickly explain how I've set this up and how I've tried to recreate it. So the defending English forces, the forces of Harold himself, the Anglo-Saxon king, we have a force consisting all of infantry because that's the actual army composition he had in real life. There was all infantry, no cavalry. To reflect the actual sort of force he had in real life, it consists mostly of fjord sort of spearmen, fjord axemen, because most of the men that fought in his army were fjordsmen. They were regular people, they were peasants, so they weren't professional soldiers. So to reflect that, most of the soldiers on this battlefield are fjord spearmen and fjord axemen. We do have a central core here of nobles to sort of represent the noble element of Harold's army. So we have some thanes, some royal thanes, and some earls thanes, and of course we have Harold himself fighting on the front lines as he did in real life. So that's the composition. We have a couple of units of archers, as they had some archers but not many, so that's why we have that to reflect that. I've laid out the army in this formation for a couple of reasons. I've got the sort of strong centre of swords flanked on either side by spearmen, and then with a sort of reinforcing line of axemen as behind. The way the spearmen are set up, obviously in this kind of square, is not really realistic. It would have been just kind of one straight line, everyone together, shield wall to shield wall. But in a couple of test battles, the Roman cavalry almost immediately just try and outflank, and it all gets split up and torn apart, just ends up in chaos. So that's why I've just made this little square, just to try and keep the battle compact and tight and play out nicely. And of course, it should be without saying that all of these men will be in a shield wall. So on the other side, the Normans, obviously we have some Norman knights, the famous Norman knights with their kite shields as depicted in all the tapestries and the artwork of the era. So we have the famous Norman knights there. In real life they had a fairly balanced force of infantry and archers, so whereas we have hardly any archers, the Normans have more archers. They've also got a mix of spearmen and some swordsmen and some axemen, so they've got a mix, but we do have some units of knights, Norman knights, to reflect their sort of superior cavalry. Obviously in the real battle, it's very famous for all the cavalry sort of charging up the hill, smashing against the Norman lines and being beaten back, and then eventually managing to draw the Saxon lines down the hill, breaking formation, and that's when they turn the tide and cut them down and were victorious. So today we're going to try and keep the Saxons together, keep them in formation. What I'll do is I'm going to start the battle, and then I'm going to try and let it play out as unaided as possible. I may pull a couple of units here or there if someone's just standing there not doing anything, or they're really out of position, but otherwise I'm just going to try and let it play out. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, did you hear that sound of the shield wall? This is what we're talking about. Look at this. Shield to shield. Man to man. Swords, axes, steel. I love it. I love the look of it. I know this game gets a lot of flack, but I absolutely love the look of it. I think it looks great. A bit uniform, very similar shields and things, but I really like it. And I love the look of the spearmen's shield walls. Doesn't that look cool? Just like a fortress of spears and blades and shields. I love it. I think it looks really cool. I don't have the axemen in a shield wall just because they're going to be charging in to counterattack. But obviously in real life they would be shield to shield in the front line. So here approach the Normans, coming straight up the hill. Here we have their spearmen, swordsmen, axemen, and their archers, and then behind another line of infantry. Here's William's unit. So William is on the flank here. William the Conqueror. I'm presuming it's this guy in a sort of padded gambeson rather than mail, which is odd, seeing as he's the ruler. But yeah, so there's William the Bastard, as he's known at this moment in time. He's not King of England just yet. Duke of Normandy, coming over to claim his right to the English throne, and which will be stalwartly defended by these good Saxon men. Come on, lads, let's do it! Haha, indeed. Oh, this is going to be quite a battle. Yeah, these guys there, it looks like they're going to push right in the centre and then try and flank on either side. I'll try and keep this as unchaotic as possible. Apologies, I have to sort of get in there and start, pushing people around. As I said, I'm going to try and leave it alone so we just get as cinematic as battle as possible. But yeah, I'm going to try and keep it as unchaotic as possible. Look at this line. Slowly marching up. This is pretty terrifying. Can you imagine if you were fighting a battlefield and you just saw this slow march of heavily armoured men approaching? I'd be shitting myself. I know I would. Okay, looks like things are about to kick off, so let's get in cinematic mode. As expected. Okay. Right. Get in a shield wall to protect against those arrows. Just gonna sit back and shoot us with arrows. Brace, men! Brace! Here they come. I love that sound. That sound effect is great. Look at all these arrows peppered in all the shields. They're trying to draw us out. That's what they did in real life. They're trying to draw us out. Just sitting back, taking their time, shooting us with arrows. Okay, here we go. They're repositioning. And more arrows. These guys are going to look like an absolute porcupine at the end of this. All the arrows that are sticking out their shields. Returning fire at last. Here we go. Here we are, exchanging a bit of arrow fire. They've taken a couple of guys down. Look, there's a guy there. Arrows slip through the shield. I'm loving this preliminary kind of skirmish with archers. But, come on, Normans. You're on the offensive here. Okay, I think we might have to break the deadlock here. I know this isn't historically accurate, but I think we're going to have to break the deadlock. To break the deadlock, I'm going to have to take them out of shield wall. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. Out the shield wall. Advance. They're moving back. Come on, charge at us. I guess this is pretty accurate since this is actually what happened. They fated them down the hill and then got them in a pincer movement. Come on, let's do this. Meet us in battle, come on. Okay, here we go. Come on, get in there. That's it. That's it. Spearmen on the outside. Here we go. That spearman unit getting in there. That's it. Look at this. Pile in, lads. This is what I was expecting. Just piling in. Mostly pushing into the centre. Oh, flank from behind. Oh, that was devastating. Right, spearmen. Do your job. That was nuts. Here come the cavalry from the front as well. Oh. Oh, we just got smashed him with the shield of the horse. That's it, hold. Hold. The cavalry are broken. Get in there, axemen. Oh, nice. This is it. Fight. Fight for England. Right. Come back over here. Look at this. Mostly centered here. All the cavalry are coming in again. I won't let them know. Oh, oh no. That was a good charge. I'm glad I didn't warn them. That was good. Go on, defend yourselves, axemen. Come on, knights. Those Norman knights, they're not as strong as I thought they'd be. Oh, coming in over here. Oh, here's another push. Look at this. Look at this melee. Gonna get down here and look at this action. I love this. The horses, the spears, the men. Oh, there's another charge coming in. Okay, I think we're gonna have to. Realistically, they wouldn't just be sitting there like lemons. They would be getting involved. Get everyone stuck in. You guys as well. You wouldn't just be stood there watching everyone else fight. You'd be getting stuck straight in. Look at this, bloody fighting man to man. It's quite hard to tell, other than the direction they're facing, sort of who's on which side. Oh, getting diced up there. This one guy's doing work here at the front. Very, very heavy fighting. Horses just causing chaos in the mix here. Come on, guys. Get in there. Oh, we've broken them. Get in there. Push them. Come on, guys. I want everyone in. You wouldn't just be stood there. Get in there. Push in. Look at that wave of shields just surging in. Fight, men! Fight! Oh, there's some cavalry there. Oh. They're going to take him from behind. What are they going to do? Here we go. Very small charge. Oh, they're fleeing! We've broken them! Victory! Victory! Harold Godwinson has beaten the Normans. He's defeated the forces of William the Conqueror, and he has retained the throne of England. The forces of William are fleeing back to their boats. They don't want any more of this. The Saxons are cheering. They are victorious. They have defended their homeland. Woo! Look at this. Look at all these horses and bodies. Look at all the blood on the floor, all this blood-stained grass. It's just blood all over the battlefield. Bodies all down here. This must have been what the archers were doing. No idea where the archers went. Horses. Oh, there's a horse charge in the forest which we completely missed. Diced up some horses there. And the forces of Harold are victorious. Huzzah! So, look at this. We lost 466 men, and they lost 1,200. As you saw from the beginning, the balance of power was very, very much balanced, if a little bit more in their favour. That's very interesting. I thought the cavalry was going to do a lot more work than they did, but look at this, 21,370. Oh no, that's how many men they've got left. Sorry, yeah, okay, 82, 58. Yeah, that's more what I was expecting. These guys did a lot of work. This 114, not so much. Harold did some work, 133. Look at this. He's the MVP. And on this side, William didn't put that much of a shift in. This cavalry unit did the most. That was really cool though. I really loved that. I loved how there was like an opening exchange of archery, and then, you know, they stood firm, and then they sort of made us come forward. They drew us out, made us leave our defensive position, which is what happened in real life. But ultimately this time the Saxons were victorious. Harold's kept his throne, and Harold has rewritten history. No Norman England, no Norman England, no Plantagenets, none of that. All Saxon. Let's go. Alright guys, but that's the video. Thank you very much for watching. As I said before, if you would please consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this. If you've made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you watching. Really appreciate that. It really helps out the channel so much. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.